The next success principle is, for me, is focus on the action, not the result. Focus on the action, not the result. We can focus on the result to the cows come home. But at the end of the day, if we're not willing to take action, we will not get the result. Does that make sense to you guys? It's important that we take action. Firstly, we want to have the thinking. We've done that. Real simple, but we've done it. There's more to it, but for now, we've done it. Role models. We've taken care of that. We know where we're heading. We know how to get there. We just need to take action. How often have you heard, or even for you guys, I know I've done this how many times. I've sat there and thought to myself, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that. Yeah, I want that, I want that, I want that, and never taken action, not one step towards it. Who's done that? And you've missed out for it, haven't you? You missed in a big way. It doesn't mean it's over. It just means we need to take action. We get bogged down with action because we don't realise we have choice. And I'm going to go back to choice again. You have choice to sit where you are now or to move forward. You have a choice to live your life or not, to allow it to pass you by while you're sitting there on the couch watching TV, Neighbours or something. Not for me. Whatever it is to you, whatever that TV thing is to you, there's a way that you guys, that I know I have, allow my life to just unfold instead of taking up, getting off the couch and taking action to do the thing. Do the thing. How could you go wrong? We've established already that we can't make mistakes if we follow our role models. Because our role models, if we do exactly what they've done, they've already made the mistake. Would you agree? They've already made a mistake. We have choice. Make the choice to be greater. Make the choice to live your life. Make the choice to play at 100%. Because only you are going to suffer. One day, by taking action, you'll be the role model. It's as simple as that. One day, you will be the role model. I haven't quite hit the role model status yet with some of the softball coaching and stuff that I've done. However, for some people, I have. And they're the people that are getting it done. Because I've made the mistakes. And I only talk about the excellence bit. And I know how this all works out. And it works beautifully. Because I get to see them grow. That makes sense to you guys? Yeah. So, action. There's no shortcuts to action. None at all. How many times do we take action and then take a shortcut? What's the quickest route to get to where I'm going? Yeah? And let me explain something to you guys. Okay. So, like I said, my drawings aren't the greatest, but let's see how we go. Think about it like this. If you want to know more about this, this is basically a very broken down way of looking at spiral dynamics. Okay? That I know at least one person in this room knows about. So, this is how it works. This is us at level 1. Okay? How often do we see that because we want to jump up to have our outcome's up here. We jump up to here, into level 5. And just as quick as we got to level 5, we fall back down to level 1. Yeah? Because you haven't learned the lessons in level 2, 3, and 4 yet. Pay your dues. Joe Pane says it beautifully. Pay your dues. Don't go out there and expect to go make $1 million tomorrow. Pay your dues. Sports is exactly the same. Do the hard work. Pay your dues before you can go forward. Yeah? Learn the lessons you can here. This is basic survival mode down here, number 1. But learn the lessons. And as you start to knock this off, and you start to head through here, okay, each action you take after you've learnt your lessons is now worth it and sustainable. And even more so, take the next action when you can give it. Does that make sense? When you're able to give it, take the action. When you've fed up with where you are right now and it's time, yeah? How many times does this happen? You've gotten to this line and you've gone, uh-oh, no. Yeah? Yeah. We've seen that a lot. See that a lot. See a lot in kids, even more so in adults. We would expect it in kids, wouldn't we? But even more so in adults. They get to this line and it's like, uh-oh, let's backtrack. You can almost hear the handbrake go, rewind. It's then you need to stay in the game. It's then that you're 5 minutes away from ending the game and you've just pulled out. How do you know you weren't about to break through something? You wouldn't know because you backed out. If you're heading towards your outcome, explain this really well to the kids. My outcome is to get to that chair, okay? The problem is, if I look at that as a straight line, I'm probably not going to take the action that's required to learn the lessons I need to have to make it sustainable. So, what I suggest is, if you need to take a step and it goes this way, but it's forward, take the step. If you go this way, take the step. See how I'm still getting closer to the chair? It may not be in a perfect straight line, but I'm taking the step. I'm taking the action. I'm learning the lessons. It's okay. Take the step. Sometimes you might take the step and head off in a completely different direction. Because at the time, you wanted that. Now after the action, I'm a different person now. I know different now. I'm different in here now. Here as well. I've learned lessons. I've grown from them. And now that is appealing to me. And then you head along that line. And then you might get halfway and go, wait, hang on. That now looks really cool. I'm different now. It's okay. You don't have to be stuck with your outcomes. So what I'm suggesting here with this is, take each step one step at a time. You don't have to go straight from here to here. That will keep you bogged down and you won't take any action. And that's happened a lot. I've seen it a lot. I've done it a lot. I wanted it, didn't take action because I was afraid of the results. I never learned the lessons here. I never learned the lessons here to take the next step. Anybody got anything to add to that? Anybody experienced that? Anything you guys want to share?
Teachable as well, being quite ignorant to do the first little, very, very minor, like basics of everything, and wanting to shortcut things too much.
Yeah.
I think even within my profession, I was told that as long as you still get the end result, you can get there however you like. But in doing that, there was a policy and procedure to get there, and it had to be followed. But you were allowed to sort of duck and weave. So that, as a 15-year-old kid starting an apprenticeship, that really turned my whole world upside down, because it meant I got to cheat and cut corners and drop some ingredients here, added some ingredients here. You still got the same result in a quicker time, and you were favoured for doing that, and it's really wrong because it's really mucked with my head now in trying to get the things that I need, because it makes me not respect number 2, 3, 4, whatever 5. I want to go to the end result too quick without learning.
This is spiral dynamics. You want to learn more about this, we can do that, but not here, not tonight. It's a really deep thing that we go through. It's all about levels of existence. And you're right, Polly, that if you don't respect each level, you're not going to learn from each level. And if you don't learn from each level, what's the point of having them? Does that make sense? You can't, there's no shortcuts to action. There's no shortcuts to outcome. You pay your dues and learn along the way. It's the same with everything you do. Everything. You pay your dues. Every time. You can't hide from it. And think about this. Would you agree that we're learning machines? That we love learning? That learning keeps us active? That learning keeps us engaged? So what are we hiding from? If we're learning machines, what are we hiding from? Learn. understand, grow. That's where it all happens.
And that's what I think it is too, is that even though we're learning machines, is that when we do learn something, we don't know how to reward ourselves for that good learning. And rather than, like we're all told to go from A to B, and no one's ever said, that's okay, you can go side to side, and as long as you're still advancing forward, it's fine. If the goal changes and gets big or different, like you just explained, that's okay too.
Yeah.
So I think it's just things that are maybe built into us, at either young ages or whatever. It's just a vision of what we see, and it's maybe not even real.
Yeah. Well, based on the mappers of the territory, is it real?
Fear of failure. You're too scared to take the next step, because what if I fail? I can do 1 and 2, but what if I fail 3?
Yep.
And then I'm just going to step back again.
And we're going to talk about that deeper, but I want to add to that because I love the point you're making there. You can't fail. You are choosing to look at it as failure. But what if it was just feedback to say, this particular thing didn't work, but this bit did, or this bit will. Based on judgment, we look at it as failure, but I don't believe it is. I choose to believe that it's not. I choose to believe that there's something more to it, that it's okay, I'm going to get it wrong. Completely, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this camera right now, I'm sorry, I'm about to fuck up everything and I love it. And it's okay. It's okay, because from that I'm going to learn. If we're learning machines, can you see how there can't be failure? There can only be learning. There can only be growth. There can only be the next step. And it doesn't feel good when we don't quite get it right, because we're looking at it as a failure. But if we choose, and this is choice, if you choose to look at it like, hey, this didn't quite make it, the cheese, this is where I want to go. Hey, and it's okay. Whatever you choose to make it mean, it will be. If you choose to make it mean that it's a failure, it will be a failure, 100%. Every time, without failure. Does that make sense? Just want to leave on this with focus on the action, not the result. If you're not taking action, you're not really living. You're watching TV. You're doing every other action but living. You're just allowing the days to unfold. You're just allowing the days to do its thing. And there's more to it than that. And I want more than that. Who wants more than that? Definitely. And it all starts with you. What you choose to make it mean. Because you have control. And even more so, what an amazing gift you could give to yourself if you just went and did it. What an amazing gift you could give to yourself by giving to others. But you can't give if you haven't learned. And you can't learn if you don't take action. And there's no shortcuts. Does that make sense? Cool. Beautiful. Anything you guys want to add to that about taking action? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, cool. Hey?
Don't cheat.
Don't cheat, yeah. That's it. That's it. Get off the couch, do the thing. Just do the thing and do it badly. And learn from it. And change. Does it make sense?